Well, hello, you have SkyeCasting 101. You have Leslie Sky. It is a lovely, sunny, yes, sunny Friday, August the 12th, 2022. Good day to play the lotto, 12 in 2022. Okay, I'm weird when it comes, well, not weird. I'm whatever when it comes to numbers. That's a whole nother OCD problem. There's certain numbers I just can't even visualize in my mind, which is 3 and 15 and 5. Don't ask me why. It's me. You gotta love that about me, right? Okay, totally unprepared. Don't even have the microphone set a certain way yet. I haven't. I know. Being lazy when it comes to that. I haven't really tested out my microphone to really get the sound to sound really crisp. And although I am very impressed so far with by the way, I'm holding my microphone again for this second time. Excuse the allergies, by the way. Totally unprofessional. But anyway, I just had a random few moments to myself. So I'm like, just jump on in podcast, SkyeCast. So this is totally unprepared. I have no notes like a professional ready, like I should have. I'm trying to think what topic should I do? And you're going to find every now and then I'm just going to randomly do different subjects. I'm not going to be I have to be perfect and that takes away the fun. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about soap operas. And what sparked this was the other day, one of my good friends who loves Days of Our Lives, by the way, she was like, I can't believe it. They're actually going to take Days of Our Lives off NBC. And they're going to put it on where you have to pay. I think it's on Peacock Network, or I'm not sure what network. It's one of those where you have to pay. It's going to be like $5 basically. And $5 is $5. So I get where she's coming from. It's always been free to watch. I don't think they should switch it for people that are very loyal and have watched it for many, many years about soap operas. Now, I go back to when I was a child and my mom, I don't remember a lot of when I was extremely young, but I do for some reason remember always. I do remember my mom used to love her soap operas, and she was extremely clean. She'd be cleaning around the house, but she'd also have her soap operas to watch. And I remember coloring or something on the floor, and I remember her watching. And at that time, it was As the World Turns. So from there, she started watching more soap operas as they, evolved onto CBS. I remember she was a CBS loyal person, and she watched Guiding Light, and As the World Turns, and Young and Restless. And of course, when I would be home, that'd be on TV. So I kind of became in tune to watching soap operas myself. Now, I did love watching As the World Turns. Every now and then I would watch Days of Our Lives. And Young and Restless sometimes. But we're talking when I used to actually get into Young and Restless was in the, want to say the late 70s or mid 70s, really. I remember Snapper, the character Snapper. I remember Leslie. Yes, there was a character named Leslie. And that's my it's my boxer in the background. Hi, Char. I'm doing a podcast at the moment. Char got featured on my podcast. Okay. I got more into as I got a little bit older as a teenager. I started watching All My Children. I was heavy duty into All My Children. Now we're talking back in the day of Tad, Jenny, Greg, Erica, of course. Oh, there's so many characters back then. Brooke. Just talking about it, I actually want to watch some reruns. And I love this about YouTube. I love that you can go and you can watch quote unquote reruns. I love that. I love that. I guess I'm a nostalgic type of girl. But anyway, so I used to watch All My Children. And then I would watch General Hospital was always my favorite. I'm very loyal to General Hospital. Luke and Laura, hello. Luke and Laura were the best. My favorite soap opera couple. Next to that would probably be Patch and Kayla, who are still going strong, I believe. But as you probably are aware, if you're a soap opera person, fan, whatever, little by little, they started taking off the soap operas. I know with All My Children, they took it off the air that it was running on for several years and put it over to, I believe, another pay where you have to pay for it, which once again, I don't believe they should have done that. I don't think that's fair. So it wasn't working out. So they totally took All My Children and basically it's gone. Never to be filmed again, which it's very sad. They did it with, As the World Turns. They did it with, God, so many soap operas are gone now. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem possible. I think they all could have still gone on because I know, as I've gone through my life, had a family, this and that, you get busy and you don't always watch the soap operas anymore, but it's nice to know they're there in case you decide to go back to watching them. So it is very sad, I can't think of many of the main vital soap operas that are still around. I really can't. I know Days of Our Lives, God love them for still, prospering, but now they want to take it off and put it over on a paid platform. I don't think that's right. It's sad. So they're going to take that off of NBC. I mean, what's left of the actual, General Hospital? Thank God. Thank God. I'm shocked that General Hospital is still around. But I'm more of the soap operas back when. That's when I really love them. I don't think they make soap operas like they did back then. I was heavy into them in the 80s and then the 90s, some of the very, very late 70s, General Hospital, All My Children. So I'm more of that era, General Hospital, Sean and Tiffany. God, there's so many characters that were so freaking great when I think, oh my God. And I just, Sonny Corinthos and Brenda, another really great couple actually, when you put them two together. I mean, it's, Carly, it's just, God, it was just the writing, Gloria Monte, God bless her. She's so good at it. But yeah, just soap operas. It's like American Pie. What am I trying to say? Soap operas. It's just part of the backbone. You know what I'm saying? I know people that never got into soap operas probably like, oh, soap operas, like snub their nose at it. No. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. And they always left you in suspense. That adrenaline you would get. And it was like, tune in tomorrow. It's like, no, what happens next? They'd have you on, you're like, somebody was almost getting killed or something. You're like, I remember so many times, so many storylines. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta wait till tomorrow. Or you get on the phone. Yes, the phone actually back then, the one with the cord, and you'd be like, to your friend, did you see what happened today on General Hospital? I was like, oh my God. Oh, I missed that. I could maybe actually get into that now. I do not watch General Hospital now because I know I would probably enjoy it, but it wouldn't be like it was back then because all the characters are not all there anymore. I mean, I'm not mentally, but you know what I mean? They're not there presence wise. But I wouldn't know like all the characters. I'd be like in the dark, like what's going on? I don't know any of these storylines. I think Jeannie Francis is back. She goes back and forth. Now she's one of my all-time favorite actresses, and God love her. She made that show. Her and Tony Geary, Luke and Laura made that show. I'm sorry. And there were many great characters and actors and actresses, but they're my favorites. They really made the epitome of General Hospital, as far as I'm concerned, but you know. But anyways, yes. Yeah, so soap operas. I mean, like, what happened? The demise of soap operas. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not fair. But at least, thank God, we do have sometimes or something where we could go and we can watch a little bit of that history. It takes us back to maybe what we were doing that summer when we were watching General Hospital and All My Children and da-da-da. If it's like an escape for me, at least sometimes. And I do. Sometimes I'll go on YouTube. I'm in the mood to watch a Luke and Laura marathon. You know, thank God I got it there. Soap Network, I swear it's like they were in my brain. They were in my brain one day and they said, we got an idea for a network. Because I don't know how many times before there was any soap opera network, I would say to my friends, it's too bad they don't come up with a channel that's 24/7, old rerun form of General Hospital, All My Children. I said I would watch that and I'd be so happy because it'd be like you could go back then, but you're right now. You know, that doesn't make sense. You could rewatch it. You know what I'm saying? Because there was nowhere at that time that I was thinking this, that you could do that you could watch old clips. Because YouTube certainly wasn't doing it really at that time. Lo and behold, several years later, SoapNet debuts. And I was like, I gotta get this. Somehow I talked the cable network. I think at that time it was Huawei. Can I somehow have soap opera? My husband was at work and I called up and I said, he didn't know I was doing this, but I said, is there any way? And I'm serious. I said, is there any way that I could get soap network on my cable lineup? And they're like, well, we don't usually do this, but for you, sure. And I was like in heaven. I was such a happy camper that day. I was so proud of myself too, that I somehow swaggled the guy into putting swaggled, is that even a word, onto Soap Network, or putting it onto our cable lineup. And sure and lo behold, it showed up. I was like, oh my God. I think I screamed of delight. I'm like, oh my God, I actually have it on my cable TV lineup. I was in heaven. But yeah, they stole that idea from me. They got inside my brain and they just like seriously. And of course, it only lasted a couple of years that they had that. And lo and behold, they got rid of soap. Like, really, I was so pissed. That no. They need to bring it back, but they never will. Anyway, there you go. But this has been fun. I probably could go on a little bit longer about this, but there are some soap opera geared books available. You can go on eBay actually and find them for like $4.99. I used to have soap opera books, and not all of them, but I probably sold them, which was probably stupid, in the midst of my becoming a minimalist a couple years ago. But I might end up one day getting some of them back for $4.99, and they're like brand new books. You could go on eBay. You will find them. Tell them I sent you. And actually, there was a couple that I never did. Like they have one for General Hospital. They have one for Days of Our Lives. They have one for, which I didn't know about, As the World Turns. There was another one. So Google whatever soap opera you love on eBay and put, of course, book. And it will pop up a bunch of, much to your surprise, a bunch of soap opera books that are beautiful. These books, they're very big. They're like coffee table book size. And they're beautiful. And if you got into any kind of soap opera, you're going to love and really enjoy those books. So do I get credit? Do I get credit, eBay, for trying to bring people over there? Because, no, I'm being serious though. All that aside, you really, if you're a soap opera fan, my little tip is go over there, get you a book. Just pamper yourself for a little bit, you know? Yeah. But, what are your thoughts? If you're a soap opera fan, even if it's one soap opera, past or present, let me know. Put it down in the comment section if there's a comment section on here. Which were your favorites? Which do you miss? What are your thoughts about how they take basically almost every soap opera that we love off the air? I still disagree with them taking it to a platform where you have to pay. So that's my 2 cents. And now Skye is signing off, wishing you a sunny, happy, great day, weekend. And I will be back for more. And there goes my tripod. Luckily, the microphone is still in my hand. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I certainly did. And